long till I'm 6 feet. I'm pocket full on repeat. All right, away. Probably something for the emergency. I ain't worried, they ain't notice me. Gotta get back. Go long till I'm 6 feet. I'm pocket full on repeat. Strong, pocket full on repeat. Gotta count up and I've been down. Picture going about 100 miles. That road can't miss now. Standing tall, ready, always on go. Taking me to pin town. P.O. said slow down, so I caught the wave and I skip town. 16 was on underage, that's 12 jurors in a mistrial. They seen I was underpaid, said too wide, no 10 tile. I need like a man, even if your eyes cocked up there too. Touchdown like I had a 6 with a shimmy, nigga, that's a pump food. Don't be worried about what straw do. Do you and I'ma do I. So the boy got a pink job with a clear coat and some fall guy. The girlfriend needed to the beat, I was fresh meat, no big five. Give me win and Beyonce, put a ring on it in the lunch line. Head coach and I'm on the court. Referee, but I'm shooting three. Put sweat in it to the green. So my water, I can barely breathe. Kelly Slater with the board flip. Push it up when the chords hit. Violins in a bell tip. Open up, let me splash it right away. I've been covered for the emergency. I ain't worried, they ain't notice me. Strong, gotta get paid. Go long till I'm 6 feet. Put pocket full on repeat. All right, away. I've been suffering for the emergency. I ain't worried, they ain't notice me. Gotta get paid. Go long till I'm 6 feet. Put pocket full on repeat. Strike, second round of the fight, something ain't right. I gotta do my work. You walking through the air, no night flight. That was the people. Got one life to live, and I put 15 on all. Hit the ground, running, ready, fast, the use name. Don't like 2 finger signs so far, I can't be taught. 19 inch crunch time, and I send it home like a hawk. AMG on steroid, get the flex muscle with a nightmare. Coming for it was no one, just no, I don't fight fair. Took flight, no flight fair. Hot round, got a hot barrel. Put the mic in the head, locking for the short SCPR, what the hell I hate me for? To go to the water, let him up. Time for you a lifeguard. I'm a whole damn lifeguard. Been there for a wish shark. Might show me what's hard. Get skatebooks and I count cards. Play my hand for the W. Time told me about who is who. They be on this, who is who. I'm on the surfboard. I'm coming through. Stroke.
What's up? What's up? This is your boy, Mr. Know It All, and I'm here on Hood Talk with the lovely Miss Bella, ready to get this show started. So tell them the topic we starting on, and hey, Tina, in his ass, early up in this thing, and let's get it going.
Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday to you. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to Marcus Honeysucker on YouTube and Mr. Know It All on Facebook. One other great thing, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It will be greatly appreciated. But getting started with this subject tonight, we want to go ahead and get in and jump in this thing and talk about it, right? So we want to know, do women think their kids are too good for hard work and dirty work? Are women raising their boys to be men? And what way are they not?
Oh, we're gonna go down the rabbit hole today. We're gonna go down the rabbit hole because I think we got a whole lot of stuff, swinging back and forth. I think sometimes we have women trying to do the right thing, and sometimes trying to do the right thing is not always doing the right thing.
Right.
So I think women are trying to protect their children from life, but protecting them through life ain't letting them learn from life experiences.
Mm-hmm.
So I think cutting yards, cleaning your room, straightening up behind yourself. There's a lot of stuff that, we all in this super connected world, we always running here and there and there and here, and we fall short, on keeping our stuff clean because we always move. We always trying to make money, always trying to pay a bill, trying to do this, trying to do that. And I think then the kids getting caught into the same web. of
Mhm.
keep it going, moving fast and faster. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
So I think that's a big problem between a lot of stuff is that part of the game. Everybody moving so fast and so I think women are trying to do the right thing, but it's kind of women and men. I think it's hard to do the right thing if you wasn't taught to do the right thing. So
Right.
sometimes it's in the teaching too. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why we miss the OGs, the old grandmas that died around COVID and stuff like that. I think a lot of that glue that kept the family together kind of splintered apart a little bit, and every man for himself out here a lot. And you know, shouts out um, to everybody who just woke up this morning and tried to do the right thing, because
Okay.
everybody just can't do the right thing, even if we think we can jump out and just do the right thing. Everybody just can't do the right thing. Um, I feel like all of us, we start off in the morning thinking right, thinking the good part of it and all that. And all of us fall short and we dibble and dabble and go another way. Somebody mess around and pull out something. Oh, man, roll one up. Oh, pull out a bill. Oh, drinking a drink one. You know what I'm saying? We all go through certain phases that we say we slip. Just like um, DMX said a long time, slipping, falling, can't get up. That song, he used to sing that song, like, I feel it. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
let's get into the subject and try to get up in this thing and don't let go. Just make something
Mhm.
happen.
That
Come on,
part.
what we're doing. All
Well,
right.
there are basic life skills versus traditional roles. You know, remember back in school days, we learned how to write in cursive. They took that away from the children. They don't even know how to sign their names anymore. An analog clock, can they read the time on that type of clock, or does everything have to be digital? Like basic work skills, like are you teaching the children if for instance, if food don't be plentiful, do you know how to garden and grow your own food and vegetables?
I
Do you
think
know?
I think the time has changed so bad, so quick that you know kids don't even have time to go fishing and go hunting and go, doing little stuff that like they used to say back in the day, and I still kind of live like that today. If you teach somebody, teach them how to get money, they can get money forever.
Mhm.
But if you just give them money, they're gonna just keep going through it and they ain't gonna never learn. You
Yep.
feel what I'm saying?
They don't
So,
hit that wall themselves. They
so
don't they
oh,
don't realize the value of a dollar.
yeah. And see, that was the same
Wow.
thing what they used to say in the wild. They used like you take a person, you teach them how to fish, they'll feed themselves for a lifetime. But if you just take them, say if you take them to the water and you do everything, you give it to them, they'll barely know how to survive.
Yep.
So, and I think life is a lot about survival, but I think we got to look at life as um, we're going through a phase. We're going through a phase of life that is kind of different. Um, I remember when the phase calmed down, a lot of stuff was racial. Then it kind of became unracial, and now it became back racial. All this kind of stuff. Because I remember back in the late '80s, this and that. People kind of, I think, sometimes we feel like it's always been a race thing there, but it wasn't that we put on the front page. You know what I'm saying? We didn't take it everything in our heart every time we turn around and made everything racial. I think everything being racial, and now I feel like um, the whole thing about the land of the free is you get an opportunity to wake up and do whatever you want to do that day. You know what I'm saying? You can make your own opportunity. You can go out there and work, do this. You know, you can have 4 jobs if you want 4 jobs, or you can have 1 job and you can survive out that until, you know. But it's like anything. You need a blend A, B, C, and a D sometimes.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, when you stick to just plan A, and if plan A don't work and you fall apart, you can't get mad because you ain't had no backup plan.
Right.
So, you know, okay. Come on, read Sheila right quick.
Sheila said, don't know anything about it. This time in life is just not what we were used to.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, is it because I'm gonna tell you this. Reason I say that because life changed so fast and so furious this time. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember when we came up in the 80s, you know, it was like, okay, the phone changed from, you know, dialing like this to you can dial a little faster, you get better service, you do this, do that. Now it's jumping from here to FaceTime to cameras to sending video to going live, and you know what I'm saying? Like the world have changed so much so fast that a lot of us can't keep up with it. And
Right.
our kids are being exposed to stuff we can't keep them from. If they can get to an iPad or anything, they can go around all the stuff. Like you can get somebody YouTube on their TV. If they ain't got the stuff locked, you can look up anything you want to look up on that thing. You know, if you
Yeah.
make a new account, you can say you 18 or whatever. They ain't got no thing to check your ID or nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you just keep on kicking. So it's just a little different the times we live in, and it's easy for us to play like it's not, but it's so distracting.
Yeah.
And what's happening now, and I know ladies, y'all might throw a rock at me, but what's happening now? Back in the day, men used to be raised around men somewhat uncles, nephews, or something that can tell them, can settle a man down and say, no, men don't act like this.
Right.
But when you just around your mother, she don't come and just tell you men don't act like this. Every now and then you get a mother that was around a lot of brothers, this and them, like, no, she might say it and she mean it, but a lot of them can't tell them that. So what happens is when young men come up in the world and they raised by a mother and they emotionally unstable, when they go against other men, this caused this friction.
Yeah.
It's no stand downish. See, everybody feel like now, everybody got a gun. Everybody bad now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
See, people don't realize you might use that gun now, but then you ain't gonna get no gun when it's time to go to jail and it's time to really fight. And you're in a room full of, you know, they put room with 10, 15 people in a room sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, people don't understand that part of the game. Read that right quick.
I meant the kids and the young adults really don't know anything about that life.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think working hard to kids now is a thing of the past. It's something you read about in books. You know what I'm saying? Like kids don't want to work hard. Kids don't want to dig ditches. Kids don't want to work for the city and work on the side of the road. They think, okay, every time somebody working on a house on the side of the road and they should be Mexicans or immigrant or something else, this and that. Americans used to do all these jobs.
Yeah.
And the only thing that have me sad now, we are actually acting like none of our kids can do none of these jobs no more.
Mm-hmm.
Can't build a house, can't do plumbing, can't do roofing, can't do nothing other than, jump on a computer play or this and that. And I think I'm gonna tell you, I think a lot of mothers are giving them bad role models, but because sometimes they sit around a mother all day and a mother on a phone playing a game, playing Candy Crush and all that, and all kind of stuff. And I think the little kids, they feel like this life. I go to work, I play Candy Crush, I do this, I go to church, this and that, blah, but that ain't life for a man. And I think that's the problem. Women done train a new man to think life can revolve on how they get through life.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? A
Yeah.
woman get through life and get her tire change for free. She can get her grocery probably took in the house for free. She can get the door open. She can get a lot of things that she can get from a smile and something else for free that a man could never get.
Mm-hmm.
And men are coming up now and they wish they could get the same thing. That's why they're trying to put on a heel and switch and all that now because they looking how mama getting it and they saying, "Ooh, I need to do like mama get it."
Oh Lord.
I hate to say it like that, but I'm just saying, come on with it.
Sheila said the difference was that we didn't have a cell phone and Wi-Fi. Well, I can say I did it myself, I guess. My mom still has a house phone with the same number. I'm 51 years old, and the kids today don't even know what a house phone is.
Right, right. And you know what
Because
makes it so
people
bad?
don't have house phones
Just
anymore.
in in the early 2000s, people had them house phone with the thing on it and stuff. I remember having they were kind of updated. You could put the speaker on and all that. But I remember eavesdropping on my little girl phone calls. You know what I'm saying? Like with the house phone.
Mhm.
Yeah. But it's something else because, like I said, now kids will go crazy if they Wi-Fi get turned off
I
or
know, right?
they get turned off. Or you know what I'm saying? Like if you take a child phone, you might have to fight your child. And it shouldn't be like that. Let me tell you something. If you take a child, let me tell you the difference in today's children and yesterday's children. Today's children, if you take a phone, the child actually grabs at it and grabs back at it and try to snatch it back. Back in the day, if our mama took something from us, if we snatched at it, we probably have half our hand or something coming back to us because it then been whacked off or hit or we've been wrapped across the face, something.
Mhm.
Because mamas are not disciplined in the same as back in the day. Back in the
Right.
day, you couldn't fuss back at your mama, holler at your mama, and stuff like that. Man, you did. Yeah, they used to make little reels and stuff. You wake up the next day and stuff. Talking, what happened? What happened, man?
Mhm.
Waking up a week later. I'm telling you now, it just is different.
Yes, it is.
Sheila said, I'm done. Yeah, I'm sure you're gonna think of something else. I'm sure you're gonna think of something. Let's bam. Come on with it.
So some women say they don't want their children to struggle like they did. And that's the problem. If the struggling made you okay, I think it would be okay for your children, you know.
Right. But I think now we are babying kids and we treat them a certain kind of way, and it's not healthy.
Yeah.
And we looking at children that they mad because they ain't got no discipline. They mad because ain't nobody. Let me tell you something. It's kids out there that's 15, 16, 17 years old. Ain't never had no whooping in their life.
They could be good or bad.
They had a holler name because I look at it now. It's women that whoop their kids at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years old. But after that, they will stop whooping them. They just fuss and holler and do stuff. I don't see many children at 11, 12, 13 getting whooping. See, I got a whooping all the way to about 13. You know what I'm saying? Like when I turned 13, I just turned into a different animal. You know what I'm saying? I remember my last whooping that, and I remember refusing to cry. And my mom was just beating this thing out of me. Wow. And just refusing to cry. I said, I ain't finna cry this time. So once she realized the whooping didn't make me cry no more, she told me, well, you can't go outside. I cried all on the ground. So it's about knowing what to take away from a child, but being able to take that away from a child. See, a lot of parents are not able to take something away from a child.
Yeah. Exactly. Nowadays, they are scared of their children and want to be their friend instead of a mother and a role model. Wants to party with them, not caring about anything they are doing because I'm the cool mom. It's just sad. Yep.
I agree
That's
with
what
all
you
that.
get these days.
I agree with all that. Once you become the cool mama, I remember old school told me just yesterday. He said we was buying shots out to poor folks, roofing, black owned roofing business, right off Highway 80. He was telling my partner, we was up in there, and he said my partner was talking about how he was getting some M&Ms, and he said, "Let me tell you something. What people got to realize, if it tastes good to you, it's probably bad for you."
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people, we got to realize all this stuff when we just want everything good to us. It's the same thing we do our kids. I remember back in the day, you couldn't eat sweets and stuff like that, and you ain't ate no vegetables. That was a no. You had to eat vegetables to get to the sweets.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't like that. Now they let the child just eat that. Okay, baby, I don't want my baby to starve. But goddamn it, if your ass won't eat vegetables, you got children now that's standing on, I don't like vegetables. You had to eat vegetables to eat the honey bun. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I grew up where you had to eat vegetables to eat anything else, to get some sweets, to get anything. So how they moving, I don't see how. Let's see. Just some right. Oh, okay. Hold on a second. Oh, eyes are messing up some kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
You so simple. Did you say?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was right. She said I meant caring. You're right about. Okay, yeah. She was like caring about the children.
Yeah.
Yeah, people know what their children be doing, and sometimes and they ignore the fact.
Uh-huh.
They ignore, like they don't see these guns coming in their house at night, big HKs coming in, and you're not curious. Where did son get the gun from first? What is he doing with it? Why does he need it? Is he protecting the house, or what is he actually doing? Then you just say, oh, this little John, he just protected himself from what?
Yeah. And then you got to think about this. It's mothers. This gonna hurt. It's mothers that say they care about their children, but they watch their children carry 9mm, AKs in and out their house
Mm-hmm.
and seeing. See, let me tell you something. Back in the day, even when I did get grown enough to carry a gun around, my mama still never seen me carry a gun. To this day, my mama ain't never seen a gun in my hand.
Good.
No, I'm just saying, like, to me, when you make your child comfortable enough to walk in and out your house with guns and AKs and all this stuff, if your son, I'm gonna use a different term, perish, you cannot blame that on society. You can blame that on your compliance to let him act out somebody that you don't want him to be. Because it's one thing of thinking you gangster, but playing gangster in the household with your mama, and your mama turns a blind eye. If your mama know you going hitting licks, bringing it home or whatever, stolen cars, you parking in the back of the yard. If she know you doing crime and she's turning a blind eye about it, because let me tell you something. A real mama would tell you, don't bring that to my house.
Mm-hmm.
A real son or whatever would respect that and wouldn't bring stuff to their mama house because you shouldn't shit where you sleep. So, I think everybody made a mistake and did something, but once mama check you and say, don't do that should be it.
Yep.
Come on with it.
Because you have too many parents trying to be their kids' friends. That's a no with me.
Yeah.
Hello.
And I think once you become too much of a friend, I think
The respect level kind of leaves.
it kind of goes down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kind of goes down. And I just think we got to be more of a person that going, even if we ain't doing all the way right, we putting right up into our child.
Mm-hmm.
Even if we doing wrong, I don't feel like you need to show your child, okay, I'm doing wrong. Look at me. I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? I think to this day, I respect dads, moms, and a lot of people that even go outside still to smoke a cigarette instead of smoking it in front of the child or doing whatever you do. Let's split this up. You go in your room back here. I'm gonna do up here. I'm gonna be over here. I'm gonna be over here. I'm gonna be under the garage. you know what I'm saying? But we ain't gonna do this. We ain't gonna do this. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like we got to change a little bit if we want our kids to do better. Now you ain't got to do a damn thing if you want your kid to do the same thing, end up the same thing. Because let me tell you something. You can't raise 3-4 kids and all of them end up in jail and the penitentiary and you blame it on the kids or what's the name. You got to blame some. You got to take accountability, just like you would take accountability when they make the honor roll. You got to take accountability if they go down the wrong thing, especially if they ain't at your house yet. It's one thing once Joe's grown, he go out there and he start doing something that he ain't got no business. It's another thing to condone it.
Yeah. I agree. Right. I don't have any kids. But when the nieces and nephews stay over, I'd be like, dang, DEA on them. I don't play no games. Do not bring anything I didn't pay or your mother or father didn't buy. It got to go. Yeah, you got to keep an eye out.
Yeah. Believe me, they'll bring it if they think you'll let them. They'll give
Mhm.
you something to butter you up. Hey, you want this? And it's so nice, or they give you a gold chain or something. Man, you know it came out of somebody else's house. You know they ain't been to no Clark's Jewelry at 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, and you know they don't probably have a job.
That's what I'm trying to say. So we all got to watch how we move and really just be real conscious of what we're doing all the time.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Really do.
All right.
They say I just want them to focus more on school and sports.
And and I think school and sports sometimes is the biggest fraud because I feel like we ain't getting taught much in school and sports. If I look at this, sports can teach you, you know, good examples how to be team work as a team, do kind of stuff, get you into some positive. But I remember back in the day, when I was, coming up and going to high school playing football, and got to the point that I said, if you ain't going pro with it, if you ain't going all the way with it, why are you hurting yourself? You know, putting these injuries on you, this and that, blah blah blah. You know what I'm saying? But I think college, if you go to college and you going something to get in a group or try to get yourself on a higher echelon. But if you feel like you 17, 18, and you feel like you still going pro, I think you need to have a plan B and a plan C because these days they just about know when you 13, 14 is you gonna go pro just about. It's somebody watching you already, got their eyes on you, scouts and this and that, because people don't realize it don't matter how bad you want it. You got all over the world people competing for the same job that you was named. And it
Yeah.
ain't but 15 jobs on each team, and it ain't but 32 teams. So that ought to tell you it ain't a
Yeah.
lot of room.
Yeah.
It's not a lot of room. You know
Not
what I'm saying?
serious chance.
And the average, and this the problem. The average uh, basketball player is about um, 3 to 4 years, and football players is about 3 to 4 years too. I think basketball might be three. The average is 3 to 4 because I think they give you the first contract the 3 to 4 years, and most people don't make it past the first little contract. It's just like Bronny James. If he don't hurry up and get better, do better after his last contract gone, his dad out the league and all that, I think teams just ain't gonna want him just because his dad. It was the same thing with Jordan. His children, now one of his children could make it in the NBA. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and one of his children are seriously on drugs and just selling
Really?
shit. Yeah.
Hmm.
Snort powder like it was goddamn running from. and he sells shoes for a living. He get a
Mhm.
shoe, go to there, hey, sign these shoes for me. Cause he know He can get some signed shoes from daddy and go out there and sell them and get $6,000 for it.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's good money when you can look up and say, did we read that one?
No.
Okay.
She said, I don't want it, left her lie. I already got it. Hey, pretty lady in the background. Enjoy you both. I'm gone. I'm driving. See, I'm doing wrong watching and listening to you both. But anything positive, I don't care. I'm interested. That part.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, just listen.
That's what I'm
Look,
surprised
don't
again.
look. Don't look. Just listen. It ain't no crying to listen. Okay. On drugs. Oh my, yeah. Michael Jordan, the one that's named after him. I think that's the junior.
Terrible.
Yeah, he on drugs. I know you looking it up already.
No.
You
I'll
didn't.
look it up. I'll look it up later.
I can't believe you ain't looking it up. That just don't even sound
Well,
right.
you know, I'm just trying not to be distracted.
Look it up right quick, cause see, I be wanting to let people know a little bit, about what's going on around here. But like I said, he's selling shoes. Just look at Michael Jordan's son that sells shoes. I think his son used to date Scottie Pippen ex-wife.
Really? Oh yeah, that was him.
Yep.
His dad is friend's wife. Oh wow.
Yeah. What is that?
Marcus Jordan.
Yeah, Marcus Jordan.
He owns a boutique shoe store in Orlando and
Yeah.
was arrested on drug-related charges. When the police found his vehicle stuck on a railroad track in Florida during the arrest, they recovered a baggie of white powder from his pocket, leading to drugs possession.
Come on with it.
He had a DUI with property damage and resisting arrest. Oh wow.
Yeah, but he got a bad
Yeah,
mark.
he was charged with cocaine possession. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So that's my bad. It was Marcus Jordan. I think the one that's named after him.
There is Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
He has a 34-year-old son. That's Marcus Jordan. Let me see what is for his name.
Yeah. Yeah, but I hate that, and it's just like Magic Johnson. See, the sons, when you are under one of these high profile, what's the name? It's hard to sometimes maintain. See, when your father wasn't a superstar, sometimes you make it because you can be better than your father that will make you a superstar. This is like Steph Curry and his father. His father wasn't a superstar, but his father was a good player. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Same like Kobe and his dad. His daddy wasn't a superstar, but he was a good player. His dad had to go across seas and play. That's how he learned all that Italian, all them different languages and all that, because he was raised in Italy a while. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
I want to share this screen because I want to ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Let me see. Can you see it?
Yeah.
Okay, there's Marcus Jordan. Then there's Jeffrey Michael Jordan. Who does he look like?
Yeah, what it is. I knew it one had the Michael Jordan, and it's Jeffrey Michael Jordan. Okay, my bad.
Then he has two daughters, Jasmine and Victoria.
And who is the Yaz Bell Jordan?
I think that's Sable Jordan.
Yeah. What was that? His wife? The
Um, let me see. Oh, that's his daughter too. Uh-oh.
wife?
Ooh, that's his daughter.
Okay. All right.
But who he look like right there? Jeffrey.
You said who? Who?
Who does he look like Magic Johnson right there.
I don't know about that. But like I was gonna say, just like Magic Johnson, um, son,
Oh
he's
yeah, a
he got
cross dresser.
arrested, and he a big gambler, and that's why Michael Jordan already said he's not finna leave him nothing because he didn't gamble away. I think he gave his son his son gambled away like $25 million or something like
Oh wow,
that. Yeah. So
that's
his
just too much.
son is a compulsive gambler. So I'm the type of person. I'm always that's why I call myself Mr. Know-It-All because I'm all over the place. I be I know a little bit about everything, and that's how you can kind of judge. Um, like you got to know the past, know things around you, so you won't fall into the same pitfalls that the last person had. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you look at men, you look at different situations, and you say, "How did they get in that situation?" And then you try your best not to get in that situation. And that's why men and women are so scared of relationships now for the same reason. We done seen so much, heard so much TV that's showing how people don't care and killing their loved ones and mamas and daddies and mamas drowning their children. It's so much stuff going on in the world that
Yeah,
they had to get in relationships like that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
You paranoid. You said, man, getting in a relationship with this crazy mother. You watch TV, you see women busting out windows, painting jokers' cars, lighting on fire, shooting dudes. I mean, stalking and setting up dudes. And man, I'm talking about it's just scary. I remember one day, you know, little young thing came up to me and was like, "Oh yeah, I like an old man and this and that," and I'm looking at her and think she had about some blue hair or something or something. She was just saying some stuff and it just had me scared. I was like, man, see how dudes get set up and robbed. No, I'm just saying, like when somebody come at you so hard, you be like,
It's direct.
"What?" And like, I'm sexy. What's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I just love an old man, and oh, this and that. And that. I'm like, whoo, kind of scary. You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
Ah,
yeah, I mean, sometimes you be out there and you be like, man. Woo, nah, I'm gonna pass. Because I mean, it's scary. So I mean, I see why women when they get into with dudes and they be like, oh baby, I want to marry you and stuff. You be like, you don't even know me, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like you just met me 5 minutes ago and you
right,
ready to
and you love me already.
man, come on, man. Nope, you don't know nothing about my character, nothing about me. And you already talking about marrying and spending a lifetime with me, man. Stop it. I wasn't raised on the long bus, but I definitely wasn't on the short bus.
Okay.
That's so crazy.
It
Come on,
is.
come on.
Some want their children to have life
You put
easier.
that on thing.
No, I did it. I didn't do anything.
Oh no, it's on a
We've
timer.
done that one. Okay.
No, I'm saying it was on a timer or something.
Okay.
You said you done that one? Hold on.
Yes.
No, we did it. It was this one, right? So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Let's put it. Let me see. Throw your hands up and shout, I'm on and shout. Hold on, there it is. Right there. All right, bam. Now we on the song. Come on with it. There it is.
Okay. Some want their children to have an easier life. Well, I know there are some that probably want their children to have an easier life, but
Mhm.
they feel like just doing everything for them would make it easier. And then some want them to have a life by leaving a legacy, leaving a house or something like that, or giving them ideas on life goals on how to make it easier. So you have to be careful with making their lives easier by just providing everything for them. They'll get so comfortable with not learning how to do it on their own. If you
Yeah,
provide everything.
yeah. It's just like keep feeding the child. Child 4 years old, you feeding the child. Child know what a spoon is and know how to put it to their mouth. I know children
Right.
that feeding themselves at 2. Ain't no
Mhm.
way you supposed to be feeding a child at 4. Just like there's a lot of people shouldn't be a child that can, if they leg ain't broke or something, they should be walking. Should no child be hanging, uh, legs hanging past your knees? You should be carrying around.
Yeah, I've seen that ladies
Yeah.
carry boys that I know
I'm
fitting.
sitting up there. I had to go around and look at some of their faces because I was like, is this a special needs? Like, ain't no way she got this big old child, man. Cause I messed up a long time ago now. One time I messed around and I was about to say something about the child, and I realized he had some on had hurt his leg or whatever, had a cast on or something. So cause I was about to say something. I was like, put that big old grown. But I mean, that's just you know, you know, I know, women are always scared of a child getting hurt or something like that, but that's just the name of the game. You know what I'm saying? I know kids that was 5, 6 years old with broken legs, broken arms, all that. I had a big old knots on my head and stuff like that, hitting stuff. And I remember smashing my finger into the garage, letting the garage down, and my finger got caught up in there. It's all kind of stuff that I remember happening, you know,
Yep.
that that now kids don't get close to none of that because don't nobody even ever let them do anything harmful.
Yep. But I know these boys, they were probably about six or maybe 7. They were riding bikes with training wheels. So a man came into their life and
Mhm.
he took the training wheels off. The mother and grandmother went almost crazy, like, why did you do that?
Yeah.
And he told them, you can ride a bike, you know how to pedal, don't you? You better get on it and pedal so you won't fall. So he made them ride the bikes without training wheel. One was still afraid. He told, boy, you better get on that bike and ride it. He got on and ride it. Now they know how to ride bikes. So just think, they'll probably be the age they are now, still with training wheels if they didn't allow the man to step in and say, take a
Yeah.
chance. In the same day they learn how to ride bikes.
Yeah. Because somebody was telling me something about, they making a new jet ski, and they got a jet ski, but they got another kind of jet ski now that look like a car. And I was like, I wouldn't want to get on no jet ski looking. It's just like getting on like them side by side, them big old side by side. I'd rather be on 4 wheeler than a side by side. I just have more fun on a 4 wheeler than a side by side. You know what I'm saying? I can go between little trees and jump little hills and run through the water a little better, go around little curves and this and that. and it just give me a little thrill. It's the same thing like riding a motorcycle than a tricycle. Tricycle. It,
Mm-hmm.
it give you a little more what you call it, um that what you call it, like energy, that rush, that
Oh,
rush.
okay. Adrenaline rush.
Yeah, adrenaline rush. So it give you a little more of that to go out there and kind of live life. That's the same reason these folks be jumping and off bridges with a thing hooked to their ankle. What if they
Mm.
what if that little ankle thing break? You know what I'm saying?
Bungee jumping.
Yeah. I'm not gonna never do that one. Never. If I bungee jump, I'm gonna be over a 12-foot, 15-foot pool, and I'm going off the diving board right there. And they gonna hold me right.
I
Boing.
was forced to do it.
Yeah. So if it break, I'm flying in the water. You know what I'm saying? I need a plan B. See, when you bungee jump, there's a plan A only.
Right.
If it break, all shots are off. Just like them folks be, they got that new people where they jump off and they do the little flying, high hand gliding or whatever, glide. But they also, them hand gliders, they have a small parachute in the back of their thing. So,
Mm-hmm.
so they can glide as far as they can and then and glide on back, glide on down. So I mean, I just think we are we raising children now to too much technology. And I think it's the same thing with us. I think the same thing with us because I watched a movie the other day, series the other day. Matter of fact, I can say the series name. It was The Shy. I was watching this Shy. They threw a party where it was a no phone party. Like no phone, no this. They wanted people to actually talk to each other and all that.
Oh,
They had
okay.
a phone party, and they was all like, "Man, I actually had a good time," and this and that, and it was the first time that people was somewhere and they wasn't looking down in their phone trying to find a game, trying to find what's name, trying to. Sometimes you got to know to put your phone down to goddamn it to entertain the person next to you than to entertain the phone. We done got so much into entertaining the phone with games and all that. We forget we have loved ones and people around us that wouldn't mind talking to you.
Mm-hmm.
If you're in a car with an old person that's 70 years old, you wouldn't just get on the phone and start doing that. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
know they gonna run their mouth in this. So the same respect you supposed to have for that person there, you should have the same respect for your friend or somebody your age that once y'all get around each other, you ain't got to dip your head 10 feet deep into a phone. Because it's all about a level of respect. And I think people don't look at that no more, and they look at it once you start looking at stuff like it's nothing. It's passed down to the children. See, if
Yeah.
you looking at the phone all the time, I know the child looking at the phone all the time. And if you
Mhm.
tripping about your phone, I know the child is tripping about his phone. So people don't realize shit roll downhill. So that's why they always say you can tell who the top person of a company just by the workers under. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You can tell when you go to a Chick-fil-A, you can tell that the man that runs Chick-fil-A have character. He don't open on Sundays. He don't do certain things. He's religious. He do this. He do that. And you got to be because I remember when the LGB and all these different organizations attacked Chick-fil-A. He's like, I'm not changing. I'm gonna steal clothes on Sunday. I'm gonna steal. I ain't gonna do this. I ain't gonna do that. You can either work for me or not. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he stood the test of time. And I feel like we got to be more on morals and values. You know, we can say we old school and all this old type of stuff, but if you ain't living it, you know, it's just talk. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people talk, like they say, talk a good game, but ain't living the game that they say they talk. So
Right.
you know, come on with the next one.
So if children are okay, if children rarely have chores, I guess that's what that's supposed to be. If children rarely have chores, responsibilities, or consequences, they might not learn the value of work.
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole thing about having them, you know, having them chores and having their child know when they get out of school or whatever they doing, they go and handle their business. You know,
Yeah.
they they
Teaching
know
them responsibility. This is your
what
job to
they
do
have
these.
to do before they can go outside. I remember back in the day, you had to be there and did your homework and did this and did clean your room and all that stuff before you go outside. You know what I'm saying? And now you got kids that hell, they don't even want to put on shoes before they go outside. They run outside barefoot.
Bare
You
feet.
got to make them put on their shoes. What is you doing? And then they're like, I'm going to play. Shit, you got me late. You know, so I just think like the consequences, and that's the problem. A child that know they ain't gonna face consequences is just like a grown person that don't face consequences. When you
Mhm.
give people warning on how they treat you, or if they treating you bad, and if they feel like you ain't going nowhere, or you won't leave the situation, or you won't change routes, they gonna keep on treating you the same way.
Yeah.
And I feel like you have to let it be known that if you keep treating me a certain kind of way, this is not what I'm gonna stay into. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Because, like they said, a lot of toxic relationships are toxic because one person might be strong enough to step away, but won't. And if anybody is going through a certain type of, you know, a certain type of thing where a person is, you know, disrespect, won't change, um, always using a cop out to do what they want to do. Because a lot of people that say they want good, healthy relationships, you got to be healthy in the relationship. You can't
Yeah.
sit up there and want a healthy relationship, but then you want to stay on your phone, or you want to play on your phone, or you want to talk to this person, or you want to holler at people, or you know, treat them a certain kind of way. So I feel like if you want a certain type of reality, you have to be living it. And I think a lot of people want a reality, but don't want to do the work and live it, but want this dream reality, want this fairy tale reality that they are not even presenting to the other person. So to example, if somebody is trying to make it seem like they such an angel in a relationship or they such a good person, and I have talked to several people, and I hear people all the time be like, "Oh," I be like, "What happened in your relationship?" Be like, "Oh, he did this, he did that." Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, been single 14 years. Why ain't nobody else? I'm taking my time, nigga. You taking forever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you've been single 14 years, you taking forever. And what it is practice make perfect. And when you get out of practice or something, you got to realize that you're not as good as you think you are. When people tell me that they're a good catch and they're good this and they're good, if when I'm in a relationship, I'm neat, and you ask when the last time you been in a relationship, 15 years ago. You like, what? how would you know how good you is now?
Mm-hmm.
It's just like me shooting jumpers all day and making 10 straight, then stop shooting jumpers for 10 years and then still think that I can do the same thing. That's just like Jordan now. Think he can do the same thing he was doing when he was
Back in the
23.
day.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
that stuff just crazy to even think somebody even think like that. And
Yeah.
that happens a lot. People awfully hype themselves up as a great catch, but if nobody caught you, how would we know? How would you know if you're a great catch if if you don't have somebody telling you how great a catch you are? They're just like going, they're like not going in a restaurant and start complaining about the food on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
How would you know how good the food is or not? You ain't even ate it. There's a
You
lot of
haven't
people
even been there.
ain't in a relationship or nothing, talking about good or nothing. I'm just the greatest thing since sliced cheese and bread. But I'm single. 30 years. You be like, who the last person told you was good? My friend at work tell me, do you have you ever dated your friend? Not. That's why he think you good, like good as cheese and crackers. Because he ain't never dated your ass. If he
Work
dated you,
work work relationships don't go past the building.
right. That soon as they walk out there, whoo, that man taught me to death today. I'm just telling the truth though. Come on with your next one.
May be praised for talent or achievements, but not for persistence and discipline. So when they do good, that's my baby. Oh, he doing good. Oh, he can run that ball. But are you being one to get on them and discipline them when they wrong? Like you said before, why they bad or why they doing this? You let them do it, or you taught them to do this thing.
Yeah, but what it is you you can have all the talent in the world without discipline. Like you can be the great shooter, great
Mm-hmm.
basketball player, football player. But if you smoke weed and you're doing other stuff that not disciplined, or you eating too much, or you doing it, soon all that extracurricular stuff gonna overshadow your talent and bring your talent down a level. You know what I'm saying? Like the reason, you know, they say LeBron and all these people is so good for the long haul is because of discipline and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we got to realize like you can talk a good game, but you got to walk what you talking about. And a
Yeah.
lot of people can tell you so much stuff, what they gonna do, how good they are, and all that. But if you ain't walking it, you know what I'm saying? You just shooting the shit. A lot
Yeah.
of people shoot the shit because they feel like a lot of people are biting. They'll bite whatever they say. Oh,
Mhm.
they doing this and doing that. Oh man, that's so awesome. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you don't have confirmation that they doing it, it's just talk. It's plenty of people tell you what they gonna do and what they gonna get ready to do, and you never see them do
Yeah.
it. You never see them do it. Shit, I know people right now. Oh man, man, I got you next week. Next week they never come. So hell, what it is? Come on with
Yeah.
it.
So some parents quickly steps in whenever their children face something difficult instead of letting them work through it. So you step in, time something happens, you try to make it easier when they have to learn and figure it out themselves. I'm sure if you give them enough time, they'll figure things out.
Yeah, that's just like these same. I say this just like a child playing football, basketball, and he's playing against somebody who's way over talented than them.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes a mother or somebody or daddy can't see their child is not good as the other person's child
Yeah.
by a long shot. See, sometimes you'll be the soul a child a dream like they so good because you high five them. They be like, "Oh, you shoot it, blue. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes." But guess what? If if you're a great shooter and all that, and as soon as I come out and I'm a great defender, and I go put me in front of you, and you can't shoot no more, you ain't no great basketball player. It don't matter how good you can shoot wide open because
Right.
game ain't played like that. You know what I'm saying? The
Yeah.
game played on both ends, a defense and an offense. And if you can't play both sides, or if you can't wiggle around the side, it ain't the same.
Yep.
All right, the next one.
So when children receive expensive things without contributing, they may begin to expect rewards without effort.
Man, I got that. What up, Ruben? How you doing, man? You got a lot going on with that statement there. What'd you say? Say it again. Read that thing
When
again.
children receive expensive things without contributing, they may begin to expect rewards without efforts. You know,
Hmm.
you living above your mean, trying to allow these children to have these expensive shoes and clothes, name brand. I remember at one time, my son used to like to wear, what was it called, American something, well, some brand. And he's going to wear these Vans and, Jordans, things like this. So I made him get a job. So he started working when he was 14. You want this stuff, you got to work and get it. Go buy it. So, hey, you got to put some type of contribution to the effort.
Well, let me answer LeRuben on something. Hey, LeRuben, I think God is watching all of us, and He also watched the people that play God and use His name out of character. So when you sit up there and you try to make God talk straight through you, but you ain't living through God, that's two different things. See, real Christians live through God, fake Christians talk for God. You can't tell the folks what God said because you don't know exactly what He's saying. And like I said, God knows all, God sees all, and everybody know that. But when you go out here and you sit up here and everything in your thing is God, 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 you talking for Him instead of talking for yourself. When do you say LeRuben said something? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And and let me tell you something. God didn't make you the person to tell you that the next person is not talking about nothing. Tell you because somebody ain't talking about what you want to talk about, then it's nothing to you. But to
Mhm.
somebody else, it's something. So sometimes, Ruben, you got to wake up and get off your high horse and stop playing God. Stop playing like God told you to make everybody say exactly what you saying. So that means just like Ruben on this channel, we got receipts. I remember when you talking about you was gonna get um you was gonna pay for a show at 90.1 so we could go down there and get a space and go down there and talk about whatever we had to talk about or whatever. And you also told me one time that you was gonna get your show, your your real talk, and you was gonna come up here and you was gonna do your real talk and hood talk, and we could collaborate together and all that kind of stuff. And I still watch your page, and you can't get past 30 seconds of going live because you ain't talking right and they cutting you off. And you can't even turn your live on for 30 seconds. We got to keep it real around this thing, man. When you be pointing fingers, you forgot. You never point fingers at yourself, my brother. I've never heard you say, I'm fucking up, bro. He said, my brother, I stopped drinking, and you know this. I know what you told me. I know the other day you called me and said, this is my last smoke and my last drink. And if God was really telling you something, he would have stopped you before you even bought it and said, your last smoking, your last drink was the last one that you bought before that. So what I'm saying is when you got to announce it to man about what you're doing, you're not sincere. When you do it from the heart,
It just happens.
Yeah. So when you come and you tell me it been this long and I done kept it and I done stopped this and stopped that, I feel you, man. But all this old trying to downplay somebody else because you know God watching, right? Let me tell you some of the stuff you said since God was watching. Okay. God told me to tell you, deaf, understand me when you die, what happens, bro. And can I tell you something? You don't know what the fuck happens when death happens because you ain't never died before. You know what I'm
He's
saying?
getting close, he said.
No, everybody been close to death. If you get in a car accident, you take the wrong medicine, any goddamn thing, you can be close to death. I'm not trying to hear no motherfucker acting like he done been dead and came back, and now he trying to tell me what God got them in. And then he gonna turn around and say, bro, you lying. How you know? God watching. Let me tell you, God watching your lying ass too. You done lied at me about a lot of times. Have you paid me yet, nigga? You still owe me money. Have you paid me money? God watching. Don't lie. You told me we were gonna been pay me. What about that? You gonna respect God. Who is God? Is you claiming to be God? Because you talking to me, it's just the way you talking is not godly. It's not coming from a good space because you don't talk for God. God talks through you. And God don't talk like that. You know what I'm saying? A godly person. I've never heard a preacher talk about, oh, you're going to respect God. You're going to do this. You're going to do a lot. You're lying and this and that. I don't hear that. He said, y'all talking about nothing. Help me teach my brothers that. See, that's what I'm saying. If it's not about what you want to hear, they ain't talking about nothing. So, you know, I hate that sometimes I have to, you know, turn off the subject and come with some of this stuff. Listen to me, my brother. God, why do you know the truth? Dude, all I know is what you tell me. How people tell me stuff. That man said, I'm done with my brothers playing with my people. Understand me, understand I'm back. I heard that. Because you've been playing with God so long by drinking and smoking. I guess you decided since you done stopped, now you God himself. Now, man, you better go. God is about getting Jackson straight and understand, man, let me tell you something. You scared to even walk around Jackson. You talking about getting Jackson straight. You ain't gonna be the one to get Jackson straight. Ain't that the whole reason you ran from Jackson? Because you were scared of Jackson. So you don't even live in Jackson to be talking about getting Jackson straight. So we ain't gonna even go there, homie. You just talk real talk, bro. How bullet tastes no more. Now you feel you know how bullet tastes. I do too. Like lead. I done put a bullet in my mouth and it lead. It lead.
I'm
Bullet
glad it wasn't hot.
is lead. No, it ain't hot. Yeah, I
I
did.
said I'm glad it wasn't hot.
Right. That's what
Like
I'm
somebody
saying.
shot you in your mouth.
Man, you got to stop it, man. You got to stop the madness. Okay, what the next thing is? Boy, come on. Bam. Come on with this.
Lack of exposure to work. So we're talking about like, do women think their kids are too good for hard work and dirty work? Or
Right.
women raising their boys to be men, and in
Yeah.
what way they are not? So
Same people like Ruben. They come up here and talk all this mess. How many kids are you taking out there showing them hard work and hard labor so they can go a different route? They can learn how to, cut trees, run a big machine or this and that, and do something totally different with their life. So we can talk all we want to about how we want stuff to do, but you got to have a pattern of changing it by doing something.
yeah,
So it's easy to talk about people down, people tell them that they ain't real, they ain't the truth, and this and that. Who is the perfect example of the truth around here? And,
yeah.
and when you get that answer, you let me know because I want to know that because I'm sure you're not gonna say yourself, seeing you just stopped smoking 2 days ago and drinking. Okay, come on.
Oh Lord. Some parents feel it's quicker to do things themselves rather than teaching their children. When you have a lot on your plate, you busy, you working, you're doing this and that. You decide not to teach little Johnny how to pull the trash. You'll just do it yourself.
Yeah, yeah. It's a lot of people that do certain stuff. I think parents got a hard job in this time with social media, dealing with all the kind of different stuff you got to go through with social media. I think it's a hard place to be in, um, trying to raise a child because children already don't want to listen, and you battling with something you never battled before.
Hmm.
Battling with social media, trying to show them how life really supposed to be, or trying to present this fairy tale life that's not real. And that's what I think a lot of kids and a lot of people going through. They battling with real and fake. And
Yeah,
sometimes it's something that's real and it's something that's not real at all. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Come on with it.
So, yes, they do. They can't stand to see their child do any hard labor. What you mean? Yes, they do what? They don't like to see their children work hard.
Nah, I don't think. I think the worst thing in a mother's mind this day is to see their child doing something that they feel like they straining, hurting, or getting too dirty or whatever. They look at it and be like, "Oh, he working too hard for that little money. They trying to pay him." I'm telling you, I think a mama, if she knew her child was getting paid, I'm gonna do this so I can expose mothers. If I feel like if a mother felt like her child was getting paid $5 an hour and she seen how hard he was working for that $5, she wouldn't say he's working hard for that money. You know what I'm saying? She
Mhm.
was, I know hell He ain't doing all this for no $5 an hour. I know that's what she gonna say. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think women look and they want a person, they want them to work because I'm gonna tell you another reason that I could never get younger kids working with me that I felt that could last and be what's it? Because first you got to teach a child what they doing, you know, what kind of work it is, and they got to know what they're doing for you can really
Yeah.
get real money. So
Yeah.
when you trying to teach a child how to do something, it's like you can't pay them top dollar. And I remember the first couple of days of work. I'm bringing the child out. It might be gone me 2 3 hours, and I'm bringing them in. I ain't paid them nothing this day because shit. It really was training. It really was me not making money, training him how to do some certain stuff, just training him how to what's name. So this my whole thing. A woman can make her child go to college and will give college $18,000 for a year of nothing. And then a man that she knowing that's teaching her son something, lifelong stuff. And she wants you to pay him $18,000 a year. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember every time I brought a child home, if I took him out for a couple of hours or whatever, I done took a child out a couple of hours and this and that, and I remember bringing him home to his mama, and she looking like, "What? Where's money?" And I'd be like, "I fed him, and whatever, whatever." But it get money, tomorrow, whatever, whatever. We didn't do much. I was training him this and that. She like, nah, this ain't, like it ain't worth it. It ain't worth him going out there if he ain't making no money. So a lot of women are holding their kids back when they come to learning. Hey, Chantel, how you doing up in this thing?
Hey there. Yeah, but I agree. Some people don't choose to have their children work hard. Some of us as women, we often try and protect our children, thinking we are, but actually we're holding them back.
Yeah, I got to put that up there. He said, I totally agree. This is why we can't find nobody who want to work. You know? I mean, that's what I be saying. Like, like children, hard labor, and let me tell you something. It's roofing companies. It's roofing this. It's all kind of stuff. If you just if a black man could just take a couple of children with that can do little stuff, pick up paper, little stuff, and learn how to work, learn the chainsaw, learn bringing down trees and doing this and doing other kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? If
Yeah.
he could get some training in there for a week or two, he could start paying them top dollar.
Hmm.
But he can't even last the first couple of days because mama want to see some pay up in there because it's all about the money. It's all about not the skill that he might get. It's all about the money. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
What up, JJ? Up in this thing, say working late tonight, tell him the subject so he can at least get it in here before we mess around and get off here. Oh, okay, my bad. Go ahead.
Well, hey, Jay, the subject tonight is: do women think their kids are too good for hard work and dirty work? Are women raising their boys to be men? And what way are they not?
Yeah. And I just feel like, just to jump back on that, um, hard labor is something else. Like, you know, women look at hard labor like I watch them when they looking at illegal immigrants, and then they looking at we need somebody to pick the cotton and the man. When the last time you seen somebody out there picking cotton? You know what I'm saying? Like this is crucial sometimes. You know, listening to people. You know, thinking that people are still picking cotton and all that. They make machines that just about pick anything. Only
Mhm.
thing you might get away with is some grapes or something to make some wine or something. I think they got a machine that pull the grapes and stuff out there too. I mean, it just it just tripped me out how society has became so close-minded on our own citizens. Like Americans cannot do these jobs, and we have to have outside people that's not American that can do stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got to feel like everybody can do stuff. We don't have trust in our black young men, and I say white too, that they gonna do the right thing.
Yeah. I made mine be laborers for a brick mason when they were in school and college. I made them work on a farm too. I always took them to work with me when they were 6 and 7. So the parents got to make them do things that they don't want to do. I'm just saying.
Right. That's so true. I mean, that is truth and honor. Let me tell you something. My child to this day, I never remember to this day of my child since she hadn't been working with me act like she ain't want to go to work. I've never heard my child say, I ain't going to work. You know why? Because when she worked with me, cutting yards and doing dirty work and doing other stuff that wasn't girly or anything like that. I remember when she first started looking at her hands, it was like, oh, daddy, like I'm working too hard around you, player. And I knew she was gonna, go out on herself because everybody got to have their own journey. But
Mhm.
while you're young and you underage, I got to teach you what I think that you can get the work habit. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think I did a hell of a job only because when I seen later on, even now, that she never has a problem with getting up, going to work, and making stuff happen. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's one thing that you would know if you raise your child right or work a child, somebody with us is never that I, like they don't want to get up and make no money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when you raised a child that you babied or you did too much to it, when they feel like if it ain't this job, I ain't doing it. I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't do that. I don't do this job. I don't. Real people do what it take to make it. I cut yard, work on houses, do I clean up debris, everything I got to do. I do to make it. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you go out here and you do I fix tires, I'm talking about I do so much stuff just on the side and everything. I do a lot of things just to make it.
Yeah.
And when you look at people and you see that they ain't doing what it takes just to make it, you be like, really?
Mhm.
Really? Because it don't take much to make it. And I just think a lot of people ain't doing what it takes to make it. Come on with it.
Like me, I'm way behind on this digital stuff. barely can use my phone. I think that's why I didn't even switch to an iPhone. I'm okay with my
Yeah,
Android. I'm good.
but it's all right, man. I mean, a lot of this stuff is overrated. It's overrated. It's, you get it?
And now they are a police officer with a bachelor's and a soldier in the army with a BA, and they know I don't play now about reaching their goals.
Right. And this
That's
what
good.
we got to be hardcore on fixing. You remember that old song? I got to fix what I messed up.
Hmm. Gotta
I
clean up what I messed up.
I think with us when we've been out here in the streets and we done did certain stuff that we think that was bad or whatever. I think we owe it to ourselves not to let our child walk in our footsteps. The worst thing I see these days, and I ain't gonna hate on my partners, and some of my partners with them. I don't like sometimes seeing my partners throw up gang signs with their children because I feel like you went through it and you know how dangerous and how much shit you got put into and this and that. Why would you let your son step in your footsteps? You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So I feel like that's the only thing I hate about the game sometimes. I hate about the game when we try to make the children walk exactly in our footsteps that we know wasn't good for us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when it comes to the game banging thing like that, I think our generation went through it. I don't think we should put our children through it because it's not the same. You can't game bang. You can't go out here and five of y'all jump on. All y'all going to jail because 18 video recorders that's video recording you all the time, whatever you do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think we are making a big mistake of not being authentic on what we say we want. Just like I love my partner.
Hmm.
Um, I got a couple partners and they community people. But the only problem I have with him trying to build up the community is he's walking around with a 6 point star on his hat and he's representing the gang and the same thing of talking about rebuilding the community, but you still is the gang related. You still see you supposed to denounce something to help somebody achieve something.
Yeah.
So sometimes you got to leave your past behind or something to try to lead somebody in a better in a different way. And I don't think you can lean on who you used to be and still try to make it seem like it's positive. This same thing about that dude Big U in L.A. He had organizations and all that. He just went to jail and he probably get 10, 20 years because then they found out he still was out here making shot calls, making calls to get people murdered and all kind of stuff because he was still living that life. If you still living that life, it's not hard to see that you still living life. You still walking around, shaking, throwing up gang signs, all on G and on this and on that. It's not hard to see you still in the life. You haven't left it behind. You haven't moved on to a better place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So once you denounce, you got to denounce something to move on to something else.
Yeah.
Because if you still in a gang, that means you don't represent all of us. You represent one side first, then you represent the other side. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I seen one of my partners on today. and somebody tagged him in some other, in some kind of player stuff, some game type stuff. And he was like, I know you wasn't telling me to follow this. And I understand what he was saying. And I understood it wholeheartedly what he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
Like I say, if you part of the culture that we should leave behind, then we can't play like we on the good side if we on the bad side too.
Right.
That's why I try to straddle the fence and say, okay, I'm trying my best to be good. But I'm not come out here and try to make myself feel like an angel, because once you've been through so much stuff as old schoolers done been through, it's hard to change. But being fake is going out there saying I done changed. And hey, that's being fake. And I want some of my niggas to realize, okay, you can be a changed man. But being fake is saying I have changed and then crossed all the way over here, but then you still I still don't like this dude because he wear red or he wear blue or he wear, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you still got a void in your heart against people just because they're not like you.
Yeah.
Well, come on, let's get it done. Come on.
Okay. Even when I was in your club, I didn't come until 1:30 a.m. Laugh out loud, because me and Rose was my mother's first. We made sure our kids were straight before he hit the streets. He hit the streets.
Right.
Mhm.
Come on with it.
I totally agree. Preach, brother. They are full of shit. They can't hide it. I know that. Laugh out loud. Women are mothers, and it's their nature to nurse their children with love. Sometimes that love gets misunderstood, and they take advantage that it handicapped them.
Yeah. And I think what he's saying is mother's supposed to do that part. But I
Mhm.
think you ain't got daddies around that can do the discipline side and the other side of the, because it's always two sides of a coin.
Yeah.
And the child need both sides to be whole. You know what I'm saying? And I
Mhm.
think that's the problem with a lot of relationships and stuff like that. Read it.
Facts, and I'm sick of the fake shit.
Yeah. And that's all it is. All I say is if you're gonna be this, be that. If you're gonna be a G, be a G. Be whatever you wanna be. But don't play like you down for everybody if you really not.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like I'm telling you, I got some of the partners the nicest people in the world. But that's probably to me. But then I don't know about the other dude out there. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
what I'm saying is when we say we gonna cross over and we trying to bring people together, we need to bring everybody together. We don't
Yeah.
need to just say, oh no, we just gonna bring that little dude over. Oh yeah, he good. He good. Try to bring everybody over there. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like if you say somebody in the boat just turn over, you try to save as many as you can. If somebody drown, it won't be because you didn't try.
Right.
Come on with it.
It's hard to raise your child with physical discipline. The police told me I couldn't whoop them. I said, when they get in trouble, y'all want to come for me.
Yeah.
When I get in trouble, y'all want to come for me. So better start it at home, because if not, they might be the one whipping up on them in the street.
Yeah. And I can get that. I can get that. I can get that wholehearted. I get that wholeheartedly.
Yeah. No good role models around them that are men.
And that's the biggest problem. you know, I think a lot of my homeboys, we all want to be role models. We all want to be a good person with a name. But I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna take the Charles Barkley route. I'm not a role model. You know what I'm saying? All I can say is I'm me. Me, will I tell your kid the right thing to do? Yes. Will I do right by your kids? Yes. Will I try my best? What's name? But me, a role model, I don't think I'm there yet. I am working on me and I'm trying. I was telling my partner the other day, we stopped at the gas station the other day after we were working in things. And somebody came over there. You know, I'm getting some tools out. We trying to get stuff together, and dude come over there and kind of starting something. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, dude, we good over here. And he was like, I guess he thought my guy that was working for me, he thought he had said something. And he was like, oh, Sam Lee ain't never did nothing around nobody. And I was like, dude, he ain't the one that said that to Sam Lee. I'm the one that asked Sam Lee just move back a little bit. And Sam Lee didn't have no problem with it. And then I was wondering, why is you saying something? So I told him, why in the fuck is you in my business? You know what I'm saying? Like, you done got me stirred up because now you in the wrong business. Why are you over here? And see, that's why I know I'm not healed all the way. Because even my partner told me, he's seen a little fire in my eyes. And I know I'm still a work in progress because it's still things that tick me off. It's still things that I done been through that changes me to another person sometimes because I know weakness is something that can get you hurt or killed out here. You know what I'm saying? So I told my partner the other day, I said, lions don't hunt lions. Lions hunt deer. And when lions run up on other lions, most of the time they quickly give each other a level of respect and they kind of stay away from each other and let each other pass on and nod the head or whatever, let them go on by their business. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because we all know when these clashes come, somebody might not be here no more. So sometimes we got to realize what we are and what we are not.
That part.
So me understanding that I'm not a role model yet is not me saying that I probably couldn't become one. It's what I'm saying is I'm just being truthful with me. I'm not ready yet. And all I'm saying is my guys that go out here and they play and they do this, I'm a role model, and I'm this and I'm that. Just like my boy Ruben, they try to go out here and try to tell everybody what God told him and all this type of stuff. But if you ain't living right by God, it's hard for anybody to believe or trust in you when you sit up here speaking this God stuff and you live in a different route than you speaking out your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
So when somebody like me can see through somebody or see somebody is not who they say they are, it's hard for me to look at a person and have a level of a moral respect for them on another level because I'm seeing what you putting down.
Right.
So a lot of people got to realize if you're going to walk with the devil, walk with the devil. But if you're going to walk with the God, stop playing on the devil's side. play on God's side and go with God and stop playing on the devil's side.
Okay. Not straddle the fence, right?
Right. Like
Mm.
50, I'm gonna say a famous line that 50 Cent said. He said, when a person is on the fence each way, I just push them on the other side because now I know where they at. You feel me? I don't need nobody straddling the fence on me. You either 10 toes down over here or you on the other person's side. That's why I know my heart ain't as pure as some of these people that want to say they rock with God and they rock in a holy spot. I don't like to play like that because I know I can flip. I can flip a ways. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Read that one.
I have a family member who's married in the family, reaping the opposite, repping the opposite gang hard. They heard all of my younger dealings repping my side just as hard. Somehow they making hundreds of thousands, two blessed young millionaires and still feeling some type of way because of things we should have both matured from by now.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of people that say they on both sides, they not. And that's what I'm saying. Like if you gonna claim that you good, be good. But if you on the fence, you can't say if you good or bad.
Yeah.
Well, that's all I'm saying. A lot of people on the fence trying to play good. That's why I don't like when somebody get on here and start and telling me about how God is and how God this and God watching me. God watching all of us. So
True.
he see fake people trying to point me out, trying to act like they trying to expose me, but only exposing yourself for being fake because you're not authentic and trying to make yourself be more than what you are.
Right.
If you trying to portray yourself as an angel and me as a demon, and you know better than me, you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a hypocrite. That's the pot calling and the kettle black and all kind of stuff you can throw at it. That's what it is. But ain't nothing real about it. Ain't nothing real about trying to tell somebody else they ain't real and you ain't living real.
Isn't that the truth?
So all I say is, we got to get it together, and you really got to try to look in your heart and see who you really are before you start pointing fingers trying to make somebody else seem like they ain't who they are.
Hmm. That's so true.
Bam! No, you've been waiting on that one.
Okay, well, hey, we've made it to the end of this subject tonight. I hope you guys have found some enlightening in the conversation. But don't forget to like, share, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and we will see you guys on next Tuesday at 9 o'clock p.m. So like, share,
Yeah,
and subscribe.
we got to it, and how they say, you ain't got to go to sleep, but we got to get the hell up out of here. Good night, and we'll see y'all next Tuesday at 9 o'clock with another hot subject. I think the subject. I think somebody came up with this subject. Oh, I think it was something like traditional man or something and non-traditional man. Somebody got kind of heated about that, talking about, oh, they can't stand a man that want a woman to work as hard as him, but then come home and clean and all that type of stuff. They want a man, and it's just, and all I can say with this is we'll get into something. I'll come up with a nice topic, but all I got to say about a topic like that is, you know, men are, when women have flats, men are there to change the time. When women have, need to change the oil or wash the car. There's a lot of things that men do. Motor y'all. There's a lot of things weed eat. There's a lot of things that men do that women don't do.
Mm.
Women might go in there and they wash clothes, this and that, but people don't realize it ain't like it used to be. You ain't no tube with a scrub pan that you get to go down and this, you ain't doing nothing but tossing something and tossing some frabbing and pushing a button. And you know what I'm saying? To wash that thing. You know what I'm saying? The harder thing now is the folding part or something, putting it up. So I feel like when we get into some of these things about what men should do and what women don't want to do because men don't want to do this and do this, I think we get into a way that women saying, I don't want to be women, but I still want men to be men. And I think we stress this out a little bit because
They don't want to be women. What you mean?
yeah, I think because we don't have no supposed to do about women no more. See, back in the day, we used to have, oh, men supposed to do this. Like we still have, men supposed to be the provider, protector, and this and that and that and that. We still say what men supposed to do. What do women supposed to do?
We are being the helpmate, the nurturer.
No,
That's
no,
what we do.
supposed to do, not to supposed to help. No, just and being that what they supposed to do.
We supposed to be helpmates, even if
Give me an
helpmates
example.
do cooking, cleaning, nurturing.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I heard a woman say today, I don't cook. Goddamn, no. I mean, some women, it just, I understand what you're saying.
Well, if you don't cook, how you gonna eat?
Listen, I'm gonna tell you, some women feel like if they make more money than men, that it's a different setup now. That money changes how women look at me. A woman that make good money and this and that, she looks at a man different if she said or not. When a
Okay.
woman got a bunch of money in the bank, she said, man, I ain't got to deal with this shit. I can go off in the sunset and be by myself and I can live a good life, quiet. I can give me a dog and a cat and I can be Gucci. And I think the last thing the lady said, oh, my toys are charged up or something, she said, I was like, wow. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
that's what we get into now. That's what that's how the pattern is now. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I'm good. I'm gonna be okay. I ain't got to do nothing. I ain't got to give them no coaching, no this, no that, no nothing. And that's how it is. They goddamn it, they goddamn in love with the yink, yink, yink. They ain't studying me. So that's how I'm gonna end it. And we up out of here. Did he
He put something else.
read
Jay
that?
said, I'm kind of on the fence. I use my image sincerely. I understand people fall because I'm the king of falling. I try to be an open book. I'd rather show my faults than pretend to be something I'm not.
Right. And
I
that's
got
and that's something with me. I would rather just straight out say, I'm not there. I'm not there. I'm not gonna play like I'm there. Cause I'm not gonna run around here and play like I'm half-ass guy like some of these dudes do to try to sell something to people that they ain't buying. Cause if you was buying it, you would have your congregation and they up in front of somebody and saying it and they'll be paying you for it or whatever.
Mhm.
So I feel like a lot of people are playing God, playing with God. And I think that's the worst kind of people that will come out here and play with God like they are part of God speaking and they ain't nowhere close to God
Mm-hmm.
or godly. And that's how I'm going to do it. You got anything you want to say? Speaking in tongue or whatever? Okay. Maybe I ain't going to do it.
Good night, everybody. It's time to go to sleep.
I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it.
Yeah. Trip all big splash, baby, you can see it.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes. Look at what you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about?
Got him! Got him! Bye, Felicia.
Y'all fancy.
He cold. She belongs to the streets.
I'm 16, though I'm the age that's 12 years in a mistrial. They
How they
know
say?
I'm paid for it, you wide no Gentile. Even if the box come there to me, dress down like I had a 6 with a shimmy, nigga, that's a pop food. Don't be worried about the straw, dude.
Good night, my people, and we will see y'all next week. Be there or be square next Tuesday night at 9 o'clock, and appreciate everybody that watch the show every week, and I want to continue to watch, and we're going to continue to have some good topics and come heavy. And we out.
Good night.
I don't see your ass.